this cycle will be ETH, Bitcoin, Solana, but also you get alt season, and it's trying to figure out what's going to benefit in alt season. And that's not such an easy trade. 2022 sell-off when liquidity is negative, happens every 4 years. That year is when you set yourself up. That year, and then the early macro spring, crypto spring, which was 2023, when you put most of your positions in place at good prices, and then you wait. The banana zone, the key thing in the banana zone is now not to FOMO in. The idea is to sit, let it play out, and figure out where you want to exit stuff if that's what you want to do. This is the last real chance you get to put proper capital into the market. So I do think it comes. I think it comes very soon. I mean, I put out on Twitter some green bananas just ripening in the sun. Soon, I think we'll have the full banana zone, and that's when everything gets a little bit crazy. I think, it usually starts before the US election and then accelerates after it. Over the election, there's usually a kind of a consolidation period because people don't know how it's going to play out. And then markets love certainty, and the certainty post-election is when things get really crazy in Q4.
Raoul Pal, CEO of Real Vision, has reallocated 90% of his liquid assets to Solana in hopes that it can significantly outperform Bitcoin. Meanwhile, Roblox reached impressive new heights during the fourth stage of its pre-sale. The project raised $1.6 million in just over 2 months. To celebrate this milestone, Roblox launched a grand Olympic giveaway for its Discord. Following Solana's rally to $193, Solana's trading volume surged to $1.93 billion. Some bulls believe that Solana could surpass its yearly highs. Solana's new price coincides with Bitcoin's surge above former resistance levels, and experts believe that Solana could surpass its $200 resistance over the next week. With bullish analysts like Raoul Pal jumping on the Solana bandwagon, investors are wondering if Solana could be one of the best investments to make during the next bull run. According to Raoul Pal, Solana is about to go much higher than people think. Before we move forward, if you want to stay updated with the latest crypto events and news, you can subscribe to our channel and like this video. Now, let's get back to Raoul Pal's view on Solana.
I have long tracked the log adoption scale of crypto and realized that the space grows at about 160-something% a year in terms of adoption number of active wallets. And that over time means that the price is driven by that network adoption. And so it's a $2.5 trillion space today. My guess is by 2032, something like that, we'll be at $100 trillion. And that includes a slowdown in network adoption over time. So if we go for $2.5 trillion to $100 trillion, it is the largest accumulation of wealth in the shortest period of time in all human history. That is twice the total value of the S&P 500, which has accrued over the last 100 years. So there is a ludicrous amount of money that's going to get generated in this space. Even if I'm wrong by 50%, it's still gigantic. Rich people buy trophies when they get rich, and they buy long duration assets which they can store wealth in. The banana zone is part of the crypto cycle and the macro cycle where prices go bananas, and it happens to also look like a banana in shape. Generally, the patterns of liquidity that are driven by the refinancing of government debt mean that that liquidity accelerates in the election year, particularly the back half of the election year and the year after. And it causes this acceleration in prices of most risk assets, technology stocks, and particularly crypto. And you see it almost every single cycle, and it's been happening since 2008. So that's the banana zone in a nutshell. It's when prices go bananas, and it becomes pretty easy to make money, but really it's all about the preparation going into it to make sure you're ready for it.
Over the past week, Bitcoin has been approaching $70,000, and a new all-time high could be imminent. Bitcoin is currently trading at $66,845, and its daily trading volume has skyrocketed to $34 billion. This recent surge in Bitcoin was sparked by activity within the U.S. government and by Donald Trump, who said he has plans to integrate Bitcoin into the U.S. economy. This could have a huge impact on Bitcoin and is another step towards global adoption. Raoul Pal suggests that the cryptocurrency market cap is at $100 trillion, which could represent a monumental 3,900% increase from its current valuation of $2.5 trillion. Raoul Pal has sparked interest with his recent comments on the trajectory of the cryptocurrency market. Pal dove into the nuances of what he calls the everything code, explaining how the global liquidity cycle since 2008 has shaped macroeconomic trends. According to Paul, this cycle characterized by a near-perfect cyclicality to new highs. At the core of Paul's thesis is the idea that fiat currency depreciation caused by increased liquidity to pay debt obligations serves as a catalyst for rising asset prices. He argues that this phenomenon, combined with the rapid adoption of cryptocurrencies, similar to the exponential growth of the internet, could pave the way for a monumental increase in the market capitalization of cryptocurrencies. Paul predicts a staggering growth from $2.5 trillion to $100 trillion, supported by Metcalfe's law and driven by unprecedented levels of adoption. Chris Berninsky, former head of crypto at ARK Invest, agreed with Paul's optimistic outlook, saying that the cryptocurrency market could see monumental growth, reaching $10 trillion in the next term and rising to $100 trillion in the future. Paul enthusiastically agreed with Berninsky's view, emphasizing that there is consensus in some quarters of the financial community about the transformative potential of cryptocurrency. Paul's latest Bitcoin prediction has raised eyebrows with his provocative claim that Bitcoin is on the cusp of breaking out of a technical pattern known as the cup and handle, and entering what he calls the banana zone. Paul himself coined the term banana zone to describe a phase of extreme and rapid price increases in the cryptocurrency market. This phase is characterized by exponential price increases, widespread euphoria in the markets, and high volatility, although it is usually short-lived. During this period, most cryptocurrencies experience substantial gains, reflecting the bullish phase of a cryptocurrency bull market. The cup and handle pattern is a classic chart pattern used in technical analysis, which usually indicates a bullish continuation. The pattern resembles a cup with a rounded bottom, followed by a period of consolidation that forms a handle. A breakout of this pattern often signals a significant upward movement, which Paul believes could propel Bitcoin into the banana zone. Currently, the price of Bitcoin is at $69,000. What was once an all-time high is now considered nothing more than a stepping stone for the prices of major cryptocurrencies. The price of Bitcoin has actually reached $70,000. If the banana zone scenario is about to happen, the Bitcoin price figures are unimaginable. However, predicting something certain in the cryptocurrency market is rarely a good idea. JP Morgan has predicted a strong rally in the cryptocurrency market in August 2024, signaling potential opportunities for investors to make epic profits. In light of this, savvy investors are turning to ETF swap, ETFs. JP Morgan, the investment banking giant, recently updated its projections for the cryptocurrency market, predicting a large-scale bullish comeback in August 2024. Despite the current market pressures, including liquidations and sell-offs by the German government, JP Morgan analysts believe that these headwinds will subside by the end of July. The bank's research report indicates that Bitcoin reserves on cryptocurrency exchanges have declined over the past month, suggesting the end of the sell-off phase. Although JP Morgan revised its year-to-date net inflow estimate from $12 billion to $8 billion, it remains bullish on the price of Bitcoin relative to its cost of production and competitive assets like gold. As the cryptocurrency market prepares for a potential surge in August 2024, ETF swap, ETFs, is poised to lead the charge in bridging the gap between traditional finance and decentralized technology. Don't miss your chance to join the ranks of potential crypto millionaires during the upcoming bull run with ETF swap. With JP Morgan's bullish forecast and analysts predicting a 108x move for native ETFs tokens, the stage is set for epic gains, and the current pre-sale could be a life-changing opportunity.